The Long Island Tactical Preppers, led by Tommy DiLallo and Dr. James Strickland, are preparing for a wide range of emergencies. They've hired Mike and Mark to advise them on assessing a temporary bug-out location. The team's first stop is with Prepper Security Leader, Tommy DiLallo.
Set it up. Low ready. Art.
A lot of people look at prepping as something like a nut job. I'm not a nut job whatsoever. I'm an intelligent individual.
What does your wife say about that?
She thinks I'm a nut job. But besides that, I'm a prepper not just for a total global disaster. I start with all emergency preparedness. Floods, blackouts, hurricanes, which obviously were on the eastern seaboard. Doing it for a long time.
How long?
Since probably around 98, I started.
Really?
Former United States Marine, so it always has that mindset of preparing before it gets worse.
What's your worst nightmare?
I think, as with anybody else, would be a nuclear war or some type of dirty bomb going off. God forbid there was a real emergency, how are you going to get through it? Everybody wants off that island. If it is not a nuclear event, I'm going to be staying on Long Island.
Okay, so you're going to bug in?
Yeah, I'm bugging in on the island. And there's a lot of resources here. I don't plan on leaving if I have to, but that doesn't mean I stay in my apartment. You should have secondaries and all that other type of stuff. Those routes need to be planned. Prepping is not food, water, and shelter. It's beyond that. You should be practicing prepping, weapons, martial arts, fitness.
The team meets Dr. James Strickland, a psychologist and founder of the Long Island Tactical Preppers.
How can we help you?
Show us how we can have some sustainability at our initial rally point. So I would be relying on your knowledge and your team building expertise to help my team be more successful.
Dr. Strickland, when and how did you start thinking about preparedness?
Well, I had a number of clients who started talking to me about prepping and their concerns.
What type of concerns?
We're an island. We only have a couple of bridges and a tunnel. And if anybody lives on Long Island knows it's difficult enough just in regular traffic, let alone some type of man-made disaster or natural disaster.
From what I know from human behavior, in times of stress and duress and under perceived authority, people will hurt you. They will take from you what they want.
Assuming evacuation off the island would be impossible, Dr. Strickland took action.
I formed a team. We have about 20 to 30 members. From that group, there's anywhere from 80 to 120 possible in terms of gathering their family members and bringing them.
When was it started and why?
The group was started about 6-7 months ago.
Are you going to bug in or bug out?
Well, my initial plan is to bug out with members of our group.
He has carefully put together his group. Every member has a special skill to contribute.
So what kind of skill sets come with this group?
We have a wide range of skill sets. I'm a psychologist. We have a cardiac surgeon. We have lawyers, electricians, auto mechanics.
We have some military people, and they're training us to form and mobilize. We've gone through a boot camp that mimics Navy SEAL, Marine Force Recon.
Pick it up, people. Pick it up. You're receiving fire. 8, 9, 10. Heads up.
Tommy takes all the training that we do and he coordinates it into one program, boot camp.
He is a former Marine, has experienced combat.
Left face.
He has faced death as a combat soldier.
My real rifle.
He's been there. I haven't. What our team can benefit from your team is, for our initial rally point, is the structure sound and is the building defensible? Can it house the number of people that we've mentioned, or even more? What would be the max capacity? We want to make sure that the members who come can rely on us and that we can deliver.
At Strickland's rally point, the team sees danger ahead.
I think security is going to be huge.
When Mike and Mark arrive at Strickland's bug-out location, they see it presents a number of complicated challenges. The Forge team has been hired to give them advice on making this location secure and sustainable for up to 120 people.
We wear vests such as this and hard hats for protection because we don't know what we're going to encounter, but it also lets us hide in plain sight.
The building's sheer size presents opportunities as well as challenges.
This is a lot of real estate.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how defendable it is, because you're going to definitely need at least dozens of people just to defend it.
The team's next task is finding a way inside the structure.
All right, let's see if there's an entry point somewhere.
Yeah, sure.
Impressed by the exterior, Mark and Mike understand that it's the interior that'll determine whether this is a viable bug-out location.
So this is the door I came in, and this actually gives you access to the whole facility.
You could definitely house
100 plus.
your folks in here. I think security is going to be huge.
The link-up plan doesn't happen, or someone gets cut off from being able to make it here. You got to be able to scale it small, because you're not going to have the manpower for the rotation. How many weapons do you have? How much ammunition do you have? If everyone starts blowing off ammunition, defending the whole place, and you need a small amount, it's going to be a problem.
Right.
If you can get early warning stuff, trip flares, motion detectors.
So as far as securing a facility like this, what do you guys recommend?
First, you got to look at the scope of it. It looks like a very solid building.
Yes, and just look around the structure itself. Everything's basically steel beamed or tiled brick. This place can definitely be habitable, I think. What do you think?
I think so. Again, we're looking at just one room. We start expanding out to see whether either equipment you can find or things that you can make use of. Then you start identifying where your hygiene room is, where you're going to be able to store your water, where you're going to spread your ammo, etc. I think this gives you a lot to work with.
This place is enormous and solid. You're buttoned up in here good already. Just from it being barricaded, you could easily make gun ports, observation areas.
Use of the catwalks.
Yeah, exactly.
Mark and Mike believe that this location does have potential.
This is a great starting point for the first thing we've seen. It's looking very good. I know you're only planning to be here a short time, but with these open fields, if you think this ultimately could be a long-term solution, you've got some room to work out here with setting up gardens, etc. Still gives you some cover and concealment, but it gives you a chance to get people outside that whole mental aspect of getting to see some sunlight, not staying in this cold, dark place.
I think this is a great potential spot for a bug-out location. It's a very stable, secure building.
The one issue I see is morale. My concern is, while we can fix it up, that I don't think, in my opinion, it's truly a long-term solution.
But the Forge team disagrees. They have a different perspective.
We're looking at it as Marines. Hey, that's great living. We've all lived in a lot worse places.
With a broom and a dustpan, and maybe some Mr. Clean, you could make it home for a while if need be.
At least one of the Long Island preppers agrees.
We scored when we walked into this building. We saw a structurally sound building. You really can't ask for more.
With their initial rally point decided, planning for the group's bug-in can begin.
When you're creating any type of group that deals with security, that deals with the safety of others, we want to make sure that people have the ability to handle stress and multiple variations of altercations. Keep going, people!
Boot camp tested everybody. We brought everybody to the brink. I was amazed at the cohesion and the camaraderie. We are all so much closer now as a result of boot camp, both physically and mentally.
So how important do you think cardio fitness is right now?
Good point, Chief.
This was meant to show people what they may encounter should this actually occur.
It's the point of overcoming these obstacles. Never giving up when we feel tired or stressed. Do you understand that?
Mike offers a suggestion for preparing Strickland's team.
I think this being a choice for them as an initial temporary bug-out location is a great start. Then I would start bringing every member who potentially could come into this scenario to look and see, hey, this is where we're going. Mentally start preparing yourself.